Indian film industry. I think three of my favorite films, Jailer, Leo and Vikram. So congratulations on that.
எனக்கு ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் சார். ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். இன்டென்ஸ் சீனில் வந்து த மோஸ்ட் இன்டென்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் எடுத்து வந்து ட்ரெய்லரில் வச்சிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அது பார்த்துட்டு சடனாக ஓகே வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங்னு யூ ஸ்டார்ட் திங்கிங் லைக் தட். ஓகே, எல்லாரும் சாப்பிட்டு எல்லாரும் ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கீங்கன்னா பேச முடியும்.
ரஷ்மிகா, அது எப்படி ரஷ்மிகா எல்லா இடத்துலயும் வந்து டாப் மூவிஸ் டாப் ஹீரோஸ்னா நீங்க இருக்கீங்களே, அந்த சீக்ரெட் என்னன்னு நிறைய பேர் கேட்கறாங்க. வாட்ஸ் தி சீக்ரெட் பிஹைண்ட் தட்? ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
சீக்ரெட் எதுவுமே கிடையாதுங்க. ஆனால் வணக்கம்ங்க, எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா? ரொம்ப டைம் ஆயிடுச்சு வந்து, ஸோ ரொம்ப எக்ஸைட்டடாக இருக்கேன். ஓகே, எல்லாரும் சாப்பிட்டு எல்லாரும் ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கீங்கன்னா பேச முடியும்.
ஸோ இந்த சீக்ரெட்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை, இதுதான்
எதுவுமே இல்லைங்க. ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டோரி கேட்பேன். ஸ்டோரி கேட்டுட்டு டைரக்டர் டீம் ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணுவேன். ட்ரஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு எனக்கு கையில் எதுவுமே கிடையாது. ஸோ ஜஸ்ட் அது ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட், அது ஒரு சாய்ஸ், அது ஒரு டிசிஷன் பண்ணது ஒரு.
ஓகே, ட்ரெய்லர் பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு பக்கம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா பயங்கர இன்டென்ஸா வந்து அவரோட ஆக்டிங் இருக்கு, ரன்பீர் கபூரோட ஆக்டிங். நீங்க அந்த கொஞ்சம் பார்ட்லயும் உங்களுக்கு பயங்கரமா அந்த ஒரு ஃபியூ சீன்ஸே வந்து எவ்வளவு பப்ளியா எல்லாம் நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம். ஸோ இந்த இன்டென்சிட்டி எந்த அளவுக்கு சேலஞ்சிங்கா இருந்தது?
என்னாச்சுன்னா ஒரு கேமரா பார்க்குறேன் சுவாமி. ஓகே, என்னாச்சுன்னா ஒரு பெரிய இன்டென்ஸ் சீனில் வந்து த மோஸ்ட் இன்டென்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் எடுத்து வந்து ட்ரெய்லரில் வச்சிருக்காங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ அது பார்த்துட்டு சடனாக ஓகே வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங்னு யூ ஸ்டார்ட் திங்கிங் லைக் தட். But of course the trailer has to say a story on itself. So adukku da like the expressions are seeming so intense, but it also like when you watch the movie you understand it better. So I'm waiting for the movie to release and ninga paathutu ninga solunga.
Namaste, good afternoon, vanakkam. It's really a pleasure to be back in Chennai. I firstly want to congratulate you guys for an amazing year again in the Indian film industry. I think three of my favorite films made in India in the last 1.5 years has been from the Tamil film industry, that being Jailer, Leo and Vikram. So congratulations on that. Like sir had mentioned that, you know, Sandeep and the entire team has worked really hard in the dubbing of this film to make it seem like a film that the Tamil speaking audience will really enjoy. तो वो रीमेक की नौबत नहीं होगी, that you don't have to make a remake of this film. See this film as an original, and very excited to be here and to present our film Animal, releasing on 1st of December.
Okay, and you have your own style of working, as Rash was telling in another promotion video that you ask the actor also whether it's okay to rehearse or you directly act. So in that way, this movie is so intense. So do you have that switch on and off button? Like, because do you carry the emotional thing which you've acted to home, or you easily switch off? How is that?
No, you have to switch off. That's your skill as an actor, being a professional. If you ask this, if you ask this question to Bobby sir, he's still playing the antagonist, the villain. If he went home like that, his family would throw him out. You know, so you have to really know where to draw the line. But like I've been mentioning it in a lot of my interviews now, is that when I was starting this film, I became a father at the same time. So it was quite strange to go and play this part and then go home to my beautiful daughter. But I could really differentiate between both the experiences, between real life and real life.
Especially when it comes to Bollywood, it's more kind of a metro kind of a set, wherein like it'll be a little too dramatic. But here it is raw, real, rugged, and plenty of actions. I mean, it's more like a South Indian. I mean, the films that we grew up watching. One, now how did you adjust to that? And secondly, there's a easy gamble going for mom-son relationships. Mere Paas Maya is very famous. Even today, we just get up hearing that dialogue. And what is the gamble in going for this dad-son relationship?
I think to answer your first question, I think the conviction came from the director. I think Sandeep Reddy Vanga is somebody who is very original. He's one of the most original filmmakers I've met. Because whatever he was narrating to me, us on set, we never had any reference to it. Usually, you know, when you're making a movie, somebody gives you a scene, okay, this is the emotion. You think, acha, in this film, this had happened. You think of a South Indian film, a Hindi film, a Hollywood film. But in this film, whatever he was narrating, everything seemed so original that we all were very inspired to, you know, do something very original. So all the credit goes to the director, Sandeep. And to answer your second question, yes, you are right. You know, especially in Hindi movies, we really tap into the mother-son relationship a lot. You know, even if we've seen films like, say, a KGF, you know, which has the mother-son emotion. But I think this father-son emotion was something which inspired Sandeep to write this story. He told me the first time I met him, I asked him, I said, why did you think of this story and how did you think of this story? He's saying, I thought of the story starting with only one thin line, is that where would the obsession a son has for his father, where would it drive him to? What would it drive him to? To what kind of extremes? What would he do to protect his loved ones? Where would he go in his mind, in his actions? And I think that was a very interesting take on a father-son relationship, the obsession between father and son. So that was very exciting to be a part of.
Tamil, Telugu, Hindi industry, எப்படி இருக்கு உங்களோட work experience? Animalல என்ன role play பண்ணிருக்கீங்க?
Tamil, Telugu, Hindi, Kannada, ये industry, what do I say? எல்லா இண்டஸ்ட்ரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டீம்ஸோடு வேலை பண்ணிட்டப்போ டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இருக்கு மேம். ஆனால் இண்டஸ்ட்ரியோட டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் எதுவுமே பார்க்கல. ఈ ఫిల్మ్లో வந்து గీతాంజలి క్యారెక్టర్ வந்து I think Geetanjali understands the hero better than anyone else, better than his mother, his father, his cousins, better than anyone else. Geetanjali understands the hero and she's grown up with him and she's married to him and she has the children. He's the father of her children. So I think like she is one grounding factor in his life, but also for a Geetanjali character, nothing else matters in her life more than her husband. So I think that is the beauty in the film. See, again, all these emotions, you can't speak about these emotions, you should just watch it. So probably after the release, I'll have better things to say and more things to say. And I think the only thing I can say is, this is the most intense character that I have played in my life as an actor, and it's the most real character without any sugarcoating or without any sort of filter. This is the most raw character that I've played in my life. So I'm very excited to get more roles like this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Actually, parents versus kid, there will be a natural love actually, so we don't need to any efforts or that. So in this movie, the obsessed love on father, did you have any doubts on that in the script in the initial stage?
No doubt at all. I think most of, especially the Indian, the Indian males, they always have some form of conflict with their father. You know, there is always this distance, you know, because there's so much of respect, but there is also fear. So I think the father-son emotion, especially in India, is something which is very sensitive and it's not tapped into too much. So I think this film will really tap into that very interestingly. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So another question, actually obsessed love on father, is that bad or good? What is going to project in this movie?
I think any kind of obsession is not healthy. You know, sometimes there are some deep-rooted childhood scars that you have which remain. That's why you have the obsession. Everybody loves their parents. You know, nobody does not love their parents. But I think obsession is something which can get very unhealthy. In this film, of course, he's an obsessive lover of his father. He's somebody who is obsessed. But that also made a very interesting movie out of him. You know, that character became interesting because of that obsession. So that's okay for the movies. I'm not sure if that's okay for real life. You know, that's too much obsession for real life. Gun bike, sir, a bike gun, a war machine. War machine. We were like shocked. You know, how did he imagine this? It was amazing, and he did it from scratch. You know, it's such an original piece. It was a great idea that Sandeep and Suresh Anna had, and I think when you're acting for movies, you're not really shooting the gun. So you have to pretend and you have to have the imagination that if you're operating a machine which is so heavy and large, what would that do to your body? You know, what would that do to your ears? Because you're shooting for hours. So that, I really had to imagine that. Because of course, the bullets are coming in CG. It's not in real. That's the magic of the movies. But I think just the idea was so fascinating. The creation was so amazing that I just feel lucky, you know, that I have an image like that of shooting a gun like that.
Ranbir ji, this is Karthik, Vera Level Cinema.
Hello Karthik sir.
One question, அதாவது அப்பா பையன் சென்டிமெண்ட், அதாவது ஃபாதர் சன் சென்டிமெண்ட். ஆனால் நேம் டைட்டில் வந்து அனிமல். இது எந்த வகையான அனிமல், ஏன் அனிமல்ன்ற பேர்? மேடம் ப்ளீஸ் டிரான்ஸ்லேட். What kind of one animal?
It's a dad-son sentiment, but why animal?
Because I think you're seeing this film through the perspective of this character, which is the character I play, and other characters which I can't speak about. You should, once you see the film, you'll understand. But I think the reason why Sandeep Reddy Vanga called this film Animal is that animals behave out of instinct. They don't behave out of thought. So this character that I'm playing, he behaves out of instinct to protect his family. He's not thinking, he's behaving out of instinct, he's impulsive. I think that's where the title Animal came, and once you see the film, you'll realize, this film suits this title, you know.
Okay. Another one question, Bobby Deol, Anil Kapoor, இவங்கெல்லாம் இருக்க உங்களுக்கு தான் question, you only. Bobby Deol, Anil Kapoor, இவங்கெல்லாம் இருக்கப்போ அந்த லைம் லைட் வந்து அவங்க மேலேயும் படம், உங்களுக்கு வர வேண்டிய மாஸ் அவங்களுக்கும் படம், அதை எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க?
So since you're sharing the screen with the other big stars, so they will also get the space. So how do you see that?
I think, sir, so far I've not done any mass movie. I've never got any mass moments. And it's usually when you work with actors like Mr. Bobby Deol, Mr. Anil Kapoor, who are so accomplished in making movies of this genre, you get their fans to come and watch you also because they're coming to watch them. So sometimes you have to piggyback on actors and big stars so that, you know, you can also grow your audience. But yes, it's I think one of the first for me, so I hope that the audience accepts me.
Rashmika, ஒரே ஒரு கொஸ்டின். நீங்கள் இந்த மாதிரி இப்போ மல்டி லாங்குவேஜ் எல்லாம் பண்ணுறீங்க, சவுத் இந்தியன் ஹீரோஸோட நடிக்கிறப்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்களா, இந்த மாதிரி நார்த் இந்தியன் ஹீரோவோட நடிக்கிறப்ப கம்ஃபர்டபுளாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறீங்களா, அதை மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க.
அது ஏதோ ஒரு கொஸ்டின் சார். எனக்கு ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் சார். ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். டைரக்டர் சார் விஷன் என்னன்னா அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அண்ட் ஆல்சோ acting with such big stars is such an honor for a person like me, because I've literally come from Coorg and I didn't think I would be an actor, and today I am sitting in the same stage as such great people. So I am so feeling super honored, and I'm really grateful for what has life offered me. So for me, I feel like every opportunity that I get, I feel like I'm blessed. So I'm just having fun. I'm just praying God and thanking God. I'm being super grateful because of all the love that I receive in every language or every state that I go to. So I'm just grateful, sir. Yeah, there's no like, okay, different heroes or different directors. It's not that.
Say a few words about our Tamil audience.
Well, you know, the films and the culture that the Tamil audiences has been having over the years, we've seen videos of how you all celebrate cinema, how you all celebrate music, how you all celebrate your heroes and your heroines and everything. And I think that's very inspiring to watch, you know, as an actor, somebody who aspires for that. When you see Rajni sir's entry, or when you see Telepathy Vijay sirs, or all the great stars, you know, Kamal Hassan sir, Ajit sir, you know, you see that, you know, their audience and their fans, they support them so much, they love them so much, they love the culture of cinema and movies so much. And I think that's very inspiring. And I think everywhere in the world, I think that the Tamil root, the audience is a very strong base out here, and that's very nice.